What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another AFK journey video. I went ahead and fixed the sound problem. I went out and bought a brand new mic and a brand new mic stand and everything like that. I've been testing it for the past hour and a half and everything sounds good to go. As you can see, this big bad boy is in the screen with me now. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. I wanted to make this kind of a different kind of video. We're not going to do the free-to-play journey specifically today. I wanted to talk about the best characters to put in your wish list now that we have an update to everything. I haven't went and changed everything myself, but I'll go ahead and explain one by one my reasoning for changing the wish list on both of the banners. That way we have the best progress on our accounts. This is more geared towards free to play, but I also believe that if you're a light spender as well, it would benefit you to do something like this. So right now, this was the old wish list that we were rocking. And it's still a good one, I would say, overall. But we want to change a couple things. Now that we have the option to get our Vala in here, we want to go ahead and do that. Vala is a very high DPS for the light bearers, especially once you get her into the Mythic and Mythic Plus area. She will give you a lot of good utility for damage dealers on your team for the light bearers. Rowan is a good choice as well. He is the battery. Rowan is a busted battery. Actually, let's go ahead and just look at each of the characters individual just real quick so we can kind of see what I'm talking about. So her ultimate is where she basically rockets an enemy or like casts a skill on an enemy from the back line. If they are lower, if the HP is lower than 50%, she'll switch to the blade mode, basically melee mode, and knock them out. All of her kit is just high in like energy absorbing, energy recharge and stuff like that. So she's just overall a very good unit to go ahead and switch out in your wish list. Rowan, if you guys don't know already, he is the literal battery for AFK Journey at the moment. He is utilized on every single team. I have not gotten one Rowan yet on this account, but I use him a ton in hero duels, so I know the utility of him. When we hop over here, you want to go ahead and go Corrin, and you want to go Marilee. Now, these two right here pop off so hard late game once you get them built up in a lot of different modes. So for the light bearers, I believe this is the best four you could possibly go with for free to play. Now let's move on to the Maulers. The Maulers, this one is kind of a toss-up. So a lot of people like to use Brutus, and I think he is very good, and he potentially could take this spot. We already own him, so I am going for a couple copies myself of Shakir, sorry. But I would say Brutus is probably going to be your best bet in here. I just haven't gotten him yet, but we'll go ahead and keep him off for the sake of the video. Of course, Smokey, we already know this dude puts out the best AoE heals constantly, and gives a little bit of attack bonus and everything like that as well. If you haven't heard about Coco, I don't know where you've been living under a rock or something like that, but Coco is such a highly utilized character right now. She does so much for the team with the good healing, and basically gives defense bonuses and stuff to your team as well. On Tundra, there's not much else to say, but she has the literal best screen whenever you win with her. The MVP screen, if y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, she's also a very good tank, and because you're synergizing with these three on a lot of teams, you just get that added bonus of stats. Now moving on to Wilder. Wilder, this is the thing that I'm looking at here, and it's something that you can change up depending on where you're going or what you really need. For me, I've already got a Hewin to Legendary. I would like to continue pushing her up, but right now I want to get more Erons, and I do want to get more Grannies, because I feel like Granny synergizes very well with a lot of different teams, especially her and Eron. They synergize well together with any characters that have any sorts of like AoE mass damage. It just allows for like the biggest wombo combo, I would say, in the game right now. Is the Wilder synergy between these three is just absolutely bonkers. And then having like a Hewin just healing your entire team from anywhere after she casts her ult, as long as she can get it off. So you want to make sure that you have her built up enough to survive to get off at least 1 or 2 ults, and you should be good. If you guys haven't watched any of my Honor Duel videos, then I don't know why I need to explain this, but Parissa is a literal AoE goddess, I'm sorry. She does so much damage with this combo, and then even without that, she just does really good damage. So if you're building her up, it's you win. Just specifically, you win. As for this last spot, it's truly, you know, you can switch and turn it out for anyone you have. I just went with her because I'm not really interested in any of these three characters right now with the synergies that I'm building. But I feel like she's really good as well late game, so it's not bad to get some copies of her if you haven't already. We'll go ahead and move on to Graveborn. This is another one where it depends on where you are in the game. If you're kind of on the, you know, second week, third week going on, then I'm assuming you already have your Cecilia to Mythic Plus, or if you pushed her to Supreme, then you're right there along with it. If you grab some copies of her in the arena and you just pushed her all the way. Very good character to just push through the story earlier on, and she does very well in every single mode. Not the best, but she does good enough to help you progress in them. You could switch her out for an Igor like I have. I'd like to get an Igor just because he's better in PvP. PvP, I feel like, is where I'm lacking the most because of the characters that I have. They're more geared towards like other elements of the game. I don't know why we would even need to talk about Thorin, the literal best tank in the game, but obviously he's getting that spot right there. And then these are another ones where they're very subjective on depending on what you want to go with. I feel like her late game, once she's built up and everything, is going to be one of the top tier characters, especially with the damage output that she's able to do early on. And if you have any other characters that will allow her to just synergize better, then you just have a W when it comes to that. I love Viperian. He's another one that works about the same as Parissa when it comes to just mass AoE damage. So you can't go wrong with getting him. As for the other epic recruitment, we'll go ahead and pop over here. This is kind of the same thought process here. I need to switch out this Cecilia actually to grab someone else I haven't already. Most likely, I'm going to be switching in for the Rowan. So this will be the 5 that I'm basically going for at the moment. Smokey, I would say I could probably switch him out for the Iran to just get him up to where I want first, but it's very subjective whenever it comes to that. And also another opinion that I have is if you are lacking any of these characters in, you know, copies of them, getting them up to like Mythic and Mythic Plus, Odie is also a very good one. I'm actually going to switch out that Smokey for Odie because I feel like getting him to Mythic Plus as fast as possible is something that is very important to do. Since we already have Igor on the other banner, I'm going to switch him out for Corrin because Corrin also has an insane late game once you get him built up and will just bring a lot of utility to your account. Something like this is good. Also, if you need more Cocos, of course, or Entendres as well, you could swap them in there. We already have them both in a very comfortable spot. She's almost there, and we get her pretty much every other day on a summon. We've been lucky to do that. But this is about where I would say you should be looking for. We'll just go over it one more time. This is the best characters, I would say, hands down, for the heroic choice or the hero choice for the banner for this one, and then, or the epic recruitment. And then for the all hero recruitment, this is the wish list that you should be aiming for to give you the most progress. Like I said, he is interchangeable for Brutus if you want to go ahead and do that. Well, for the sake of the video, we'll keep it as is. This is what you should be looking at. Also, Igor for Cecilia if you haven't built her up already. And over here, we want to put Vala in that spot to have this ready to go. This is, oh, I don't know why I didn't save everything. Sorry about that. There we go. So this is the list that we would be looking at in terms of this. Get you over there. So this is what we're going to be looking at for the list. Go ahead and take this out. I would recommend doing this right now for the forgoing future until we kind of get closer into having a lot of these characters maxed and stuff like that. We can swap them out. Anyways, guys, I hope this volume sound a million times better. That way you can actually hear me now and enjoy the videos. You don't have to adjust anything. But if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It does help out tremendously and lets me know that this content is reaching you guys and you guys enjoy it. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video.